Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do your own bridal makeup. A lot of my spring brides are probably looking for makeup artists, but this is just another option if you want to do your own makeup and basically save money, save time. So this is the look that I came up with. It's something that is definitely asked for a lot from my spring brides, which is like a coral look or like a pinky look where the eyes just pop and are natural. But of course, you're still gonna have your drama. So I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna moisturize. And don't be scared of the moisturizer. Now, a lot of people like to use primer. It's 50-50 when it comes to primer with me. If you have like super oily skin, I do suggest like a shine control or something that will keep your skin matte, because once you put that primer on, your skin is going to be looking for moisture, so it's going to make you oily. So that's why I'm kind of like up and down with primer. But if you like primer, go for it. This is your time to put that primer on. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and do our brows, and here you're just going to follow the shape of your brow. Very soft, light strokes. And again, just follow the shape of your natural brow. And now we have our brows on. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up these brows and make them more precise and more pronounced. So I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Cookie Dough Concealer. And we're just going to trace underneath that brow line. This is going to cover up any little hairs or any imperfections from filling in that brow. And just pull it down, pull that concealer down. That's it. Then we're going to line the top. We're just going, just follow your brow. Boom, done. And it should look like this. Now, this is the part where we go ahead and put concealer on the entire lid. We're going to basically prep our eyelid for eyeshadow. Use that same concealer brush. And we're just gonna place that on there. This does not have to be neat or anything like that because we're gonna blend it out. Next, we're gonna take a brush and just blend that out. You can use a blending brush, you can use a powder brush, anything that is going to just smooth out that concealer. And that's that. Let's get into this eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna be using is the P. Louise Wedding Wish palette. It looks like this. This literally has every color that brides usually ask me for when doing a soft glam look. It's either on the warm coral side or it's on the soft pink, very natural, but they still want their eye to pop. So this palette is literally probably one of my go-to palettes for wedding makeup. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to use a fluffy blending brush. So we're going to use a blending brush like this because we're going to go ahead and fill in our crease. And I always like to start with my eyes first because that is the messiest. And if you get eyeshadow down here, it's easy to clean up. Okay, so I'm gonna first go in with the shade Proposal, which is this one right here. And we're gonna start right here And we're going to put this into the crease. Just like that. You can do a circular motion or you can do a windshield wiper motion. This does not have to be perfect. Make sure that you are feathering it out. So we're gonna put it where we want it. Blend, blend, blend. And then we're going to feather it out. Feathering it out means I'm pulling it this way. I'm pulling it outwards. And you can make this as light or as dark as you want. I always suggest starting lighter first so that you can build on the color. And it should look just like that, super soft. Again, crease. You can do a circular motion or you can do a windshield wiper motion. It does not matter. Also, another thing, where you hold your brush is how much pressure you are going to be applying. So if you want to do something that's super light where you can barely see it, you're gonna hold the brush up here. If you want something more dense and hardcore, really getting in there, you're gonna hold it down closer to where the brush is. Just a tip. Okay, now we're gonna go into a darker shade, which is Ring On It, right here, right next to it. Same brush. And we're gonna take it into the outer V. This is going to give you some dimension. This is going to make it look a little smoky. And we're gonna pull it out. Now we're gonna use our finger and we're gonna go into the shade Commitments. It is a gold champagne color, so it has reflects of gold, pinks. This is what literally almost every bride asks me for, this shade. So I'm just gonna use my finger. It looks like this. It's super, super pretty. So we're just gonna use our finger. We're gonna tap that on. Right onto the lid. And it should be giving you this effect. Okay, it should look like this. Now I'm gonna take that brush that I just had those browns on, and now I'm going to just blend some of this out, okay? Because we want it to look together. That's how it should look. And we want to soften any harsh lines at this point. Okay, it should look like this. Now we're gonna do some eyeliner. If you don't like eyeliner, skip this part. But I'm going to do a wing. Okay, now I have my wing on. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our lashes on. So for this look, I'm going to be using a more dramatic lash because I want my eyes to pop. And the lash glue is going directly onto the lash line. It's not going on my lashes, on the lash line. Okay, now our lashes are on, our eyes are done. We're going to go ahead and start to conceal. I'm actually going to use the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer for this in the shade 40NY. And we're going to definitely do under the eye. just like that. I'm gonna get here and make sure that we get here. We're gonna do, make sure we get the nose, the lip, and the chin. Now I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. Again, this foundation is literally just like skin. I love it, and you still look natural, you still get full coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and put this where I would put my foundation. And we're gonna blend this out. And as you can see, I'm doing a tapping motion. This is just, I like doing the tapping motion because it gives me more of a full coverage look without being splotchy, and I don't have to use a sponge. Okay, so now I'm going to use that blending brush that I use for my brows and just blend out where I have that concealer. Okay, so we should start to look like this. We're gonna set our concealer with some Laura Mercier setting powder. And I'm gonna use that same brush. And I'm just pressing this into the skin. Only where we have that concealer. I'm just gonna take just a powder brush, and I'm just gonna take away some of the excess powder that I left on my face. Okay, so what we're going to do now, since we have already set our concealer, we're gonna go back to focusing on the eyes really quickly. So we're gonna go back into this palette. We're going to take the shade Let's take the shade Wifey, okay? And we're gonna put this on the, on and under the lash line. We're gonna try to blend this out to give us like a little smoky look. And I probably should have did that before I did my concealer, but that's okay. So we are connecting that line with the wing, and we're blending it out. That we are a little bit smoky on the bottom. We're gonna go ahead with our whatever mascara we want to use, and we're gonna do our bottom lashes. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of mascara on our lashes and the false lash, just to be sure that it's blended and it's seamless, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and contour. A lot of my brides don't like the super glam highlight, but they love contour, so we have to get the contour in. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix Powder Foundation in the shade 70YW. I love this powder because it literally makes my skin look like skin. So we're going to contour the forehead, of course. If you have a big forehead like mine, you're going to basically take it down to where it's almost the middle of the forehead. If you have a smaller forehead, maybe you just want to focus on the two like temple areas, or just a really, really thin amount of your forehead. Okay, so for this look, I am not going to contour my temple because I want my face to look like it is upwards and rising. So I'm gonna leave my temple alone. I wanna draw attention to that area. So as you can see, you can really see it here. So like my face is going up. And that's how it should look. Because I don't want a really harsh line with my contour, I'm just taking that same little powder brush and I'm just blending some of that extra leftover powder onto my face. Now I'm going to take another little small blending brush, and then we're going to, actually no, I'm just going to go ahead and take the same brush I just contoured with, and I'm going to do my nose, and I'm pinching the brush to make it slim. So whatever is left over on that brush, that is what I'm using to contour my nose. I did not go back into the powder because I don't want you guys to go too crazy with the contour on the nose, because you will get a really, really harsh line if you are not careful. And it should start to look like this. Now, some people like blush. I am not a blush girl. So I probably won't be doing any blush, but this is your moment to add your blush. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the highlighter because, again, I don't do blush. I always give my brides a lot of highlight because I want them to look super dewy and glowy in their pictures. So I make sure that that highlight is packed on. And I always do the nose. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I'm gonna use the MAC lip liner in Chestnut. And I kind of like to overdraw the lips. All right, now we got that on. Now we're gonna do a gloss, because normally my clients, if they do a soft glam look, they just want a natural lip. So I always do a brown liner with a pinky gloss. This is the Morphe gloss in Boho. Now with this look, you can always do a red lip, you can do purple lip, whatever you want to do to your lips you can do, because this look is so neutral. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.